similar to the Indianapolis Colts. The Miami Dolphins season was over before it even started. When your starting quarterback goes down, it's really hard for anyone. And yeah, sure, Ryan Tannehill might not be a great quarterback, but he was a lot better than Smoking Jay. And Smoking Jay, to be honest, did not have a bad season under Adam Gase. Adam Gase is the one guy that can get Smoking Jay to play. And Smoking Jay, there's actually parts in the season when he actually looked very competitive out there, like against the New England Patriots on that Monday Night Football game. It was very, very interesting to watch him just actually look like intense and all that. I'm like, Jay Cutler's intense all of a sudden? What? That's not Jay Cutler. He's like one of the most uncompetitive people out there. Like you literally just see him like with his face when he's just with the press conference. I mean, I'm surprised that you haven't seen him with more like cigars in his mouth or like hell, him with a joint in his mouth for God's sakes, because he just has that face. There's just bags under his eyes. He just looks so depressed and all that. I mean, his wife sent out a picture of him on Instagram, and it's like a side picture of him with his full out like neck beard and whatnot. And it's funny because she says that she's married to a caveman. So hey, that's Jay Cutler for you. And when it came to the Miami Dolphins, when they traded away Jay, a lot of people were thought like, oh, the Eagles got such a great running back. This is such a good pickup. Hey, listen, it was a good pickup for the Eagles, but that does not mean that's a loss for the Miami Dolphins. Jay was one of the most overrated running backs. Definitely a running back I wish I made an overrated video on last year, especially. Just because in his 12 games where he had significance in 2016, or where he got a significant amount of carries, and 3 of those games, he got 600 yards rushing, which sounds very, very impressive. But in the 9 other games, he got less than 600 yards rushing, like 500 yards rushing in total. I'm thinking to myself, that's very interesting. And you can definitely tell this man's a scrub killer and all that. So when it came to J.J. getting traded, it wasn't really that big of a loss. And when you look at Kenyon Drake looked like he was doing pretty well out there. So, hey, when you look at the Miami Dolphins, they just need some more talent on the offensive, just some more weapons. And then once Tannehill comes back, hey, let's see what happens and all of that. And when it comes to the whole coach and all of that, with the video being leaked by a hooker of him actually taking cocaine, this is absolutely ridiculous. The issue about the Miami Dolphins is it's not really, there's some people that just get hired by your organization or just there. They're just like, what the hell are they doing? Like Richard Incognito had that bullying scandal where he was making racial jokes to one of their Japanese offensive line coach on the celebration of or in the memorial of the Pearl Harbor bombing and all that. And then you had that, and their owner ain't great. So there's always some bad apples in those organizations here and there. But hey, at least they have talent, and Adam Gase actually looks like a pretty darn coach. But overall, it was a pretty predictable season for the Miami Dolphins.